Hi everyone, and welcome to my Spanish Lab presentation. My Spanish Lab is an online tutorial and assessment program. It also serves as a blended learning and flipped classroom. So Pearson asked instructors around the country to name the single most important goal for beginning Spanish courses, and 82% of you said to increase students' ability and confidence in communicating the target language. Also, many of you said that finding time for students to talk is also your biggest challenge. So, whether you're experiencing fewer face-to-face meetings per week, a reduction in contact hours, larger class sizes, or any other host of realities, finding time for students to engage and interact in the language has never been more difficult. However, with the new blended learning and flipped classroom models, institutions are able to achieve all of the above. So that being said, I'd like to show you how my Spanish Lab really gets your students talking and engaged. So once you sign into MySpanishLab.com, you will be taken to today's view. And this is what you'll see every time. It serves as the course homepage. And it's designed to save you and your students time, as you can quickly access assignments, notifications, and alerts. It's really like mission control for the entire program. But before you begin, it's always important to tune up your browser. This is to make sure that you have all the necessary components for My Spanish Lab to work properly. You can also disable pop-up blockers, set your time zone, or take a tour. The students, the first thing they'll see is this assignment calendar, and this gives them the opportunity to see what's due on a particular date. They can click on the date and it'll take them to the assignment and get to work. As an instructor, you can have a bird's eye view of your course simply by scrolling down and looking at the notifications. So in the alerts section, you can see students that haven't passed, idle students. These are students that maybe haven't logged into My Spanish Lab in a week or so. And I think this is great. You can click on idle students and a list of the students' names will appear that haven't logged in a week or so. And you can send them messages directly from there, asking them what's going on, etc. You can also see and grade past due submissions. From the action items, this serves as sort of a to-do list for the instructor. You can click on instructor grading, and these are submissions from students that require your grading. And unread messages too, so it's sort of like an inbox for your class. You can see how your classes are performance at the course level or from the student level. You can drill in. Okay, oh, and also, let me scroll up here. Okay, also from today's view, this section here is totally customizable. So you could add anything that you feel is important in your department that you'd like for your students to see first thing when they sign into My Spanish Lab. Okay, next I want to show you all that lives in My Spanish Lab by going to the assignment calendar. Okay, so this is where everything is, and it's also an easy way for you to assign any of the items simply by dragging and dropping to the assignment calendar that's here on the right. Okay, so your instructor resources are here. So that's just a good place to keep them all. I'm going to show you what is in each chapter by clicking there. Each chapter begins with a readiness check. You click on that. This is readiness check for chapter 1. And the students will begin with a pretest. And once they've taken the test, they will be given a personalized study plan to help them realize where they're having problems with English grammar before they start trying to learn Spanish grammar. Okay, I'm going to have to go back into chapter 1. Okay, so here we are. Okay, and then to get your students talking, which you all say is very important to you, I'm going to go into the Students Activities Manual, click the plus sign, and scroll here. So I'm going to go to this one where it says Voice Recording. So this engages your students and also gets them talking. So what you do is you listen to 5 statements or questions, and they give an appropriate response in Spanish for each one. So they can listen.
¿Cómo se llama usted?
And then they're given an opportunity to record their own voice. This is loading, but I'll just say after the students have recorded their responses, these will show up in the instructor graded portion of the alerts from today's view. I'm going to run this. There they go. Oh wait, sorry. So I'm going to record myself. There we go. This is great too. All activities have this little icon here, and it's need help with this activity, and it'll take them to the e-text page where this information is covered. And there's also more resources up here, a tutorial, a user guide, more resources, a glossary, and a verb chart, as well as the e-text. Show you here. Okay, and once they finish this activity, they submit for grading there. And again, you'll find this in the instructor graded portion under the alerts. Okay, next, let me just close that. Okay, so next I'd like to show you the additional practice. Okay, so students are given the opportunity to do many activities here, and they're given instant feedback. So let's see, I'm going to just type something in, submit for grading. Click on the little bubble there, and it'll tell them the exact correct answer. Okay. Okay, so if you click in, oh, you know what? Actually, I want to show you more of the additional practice. No, I'm sorry. I wanted to show you more. I wanted to show you the chapter resources. And these are where you can find all the great videos. So it's a short video, and it's just another way for students to be engaged and interact with the language and the course. This is also neat. It's an interactive globe. So you see this little dot. They can click on that on the globe, and from this you can see video footage from this particular area with a video. You can see local art, popular newspapers and magazines from that area, music. There's podcasts and city tours, which are to come. But again, this is just another way to get your students immersed in the culture and the language. Okay. So I'm going to close that. All right, so next I'm going to show you the e-text. The e-text is just the same as the printed text. It's full color, the page numbers are the same, and however, it's a little more interactive. So the students can click through the text at their leisure. But it's slightly better than a printed text because it talks to you. You can talk to it. So by clicking on highlighted words throughout the text, they can hear the pronunciation.
Buenas noches.
And again, just have a little more interaction with the text and with the language. So here I'm going to click on this page so you can see how videos are integrated throughout the text. So again, just an interactive way for students to talk, to learn more about the language, and to see for themselves through videos what's all available to them. So this is the end of my presentation of MySpanishLab, but if you have questions or would like more information, please let me know. Thank you.